Milano went on to be more of a Me Too celebrity than a regular celebrity, eventually becoming one of Hollywood's lead attack dogs against Brett Kavanaugh, including the triple dog dare of Twitter emojis, the clap between every word. That's how you know she really means it. You can't pretend to be the party of... Actually, I don't want to be accused of misquoting here. Can we... You can't pretend to be the party of the American people and then not support a woman who comes forward with her Me Too story. Hashtag Tuesday Thoughts. I want to give her an extra clap there. Then I would be accused of misquoting her. It's a requirement to represent the American people, to support women who make accusations. It's a standard that almost everyone on the left adopted immediately when there was a chance to stop Brett Kavanaugh from being confirmed.
You and your testimony are credible.
You and your testimony are credible.
You and your testimony are credible.
We believe you.
We believe you.
We believe you.
Signed, your sisters.
Signed, your sisters.
Signed, your sisters.
Signed, your sisters.
This believe all women idea, aka the we judge you by your genitals, unless you say you are still a woman when you have male genitals, theory kind of has a few problems with it. Number one, you should try not to use the word genitals more than once when naming your theories. And number two, it happens to be at odds with Western civilization and all semblance of human fairness. Other than that, though, I mean, it works pretty well. Until Alexandra Tara Reid. Reid accused Biden of sexually assaulting her back in 1993. For purposes of timeline, that's just after the heyday of McDonald's pizza. Reid's claim, importantly, of course, did not come from a conservative source. She's not conservative herself, and her claim fit all the qualifications of a highly credible accusation. Number one, Reid is a woman. Number two, actually, that's all you need. Remember, Alyssa? You can't pretend to be the party of American people and then not support a woman who comes forward with her Me Too story. Tuesday Thoughts hashtag. The support, however, has not been there for Reid, shockingly, from basically anyone on the left, including Alyssa Milano. She tweeted, hashtag believe women does not mean everyone gets to accuse anyone of anything. And that's that. It means our societal mindset and default reaction shouldn't be that women are lying. Oh, now I understand. It's the exact opposite of what you were saying before. That makes perfect sense. She explained further in an interview.
I have not publicly said anything about this. And if you remember, it kind of took me a long time to publicly say anything about Harvey as well. Okay. Because I believe that even though we should believe women, and that is an important thing, and what that statement really means is, like, you know, for so long, the go-to has been not to believe them. So really we have to sort of societally change that mindset to believing women, but that does not mean at the expense of not, giving men their due process and investigating situations.
I like that.
And giving, it's got to be fair in both directions.
Oh, first of all, maybe a little too much Bailey's in the coffee. Just throwing that out there. I know it's early in the morning, but, just a little dab will do you. So much to unpack out of that clip. I love how she uses the fact that she also didn't immediately accuse Harvey Weinstein as a point in her favor. He's a longtime Democratic donor who just happened to be very powerful in her industry. Please don't let her represent herself in a court of law. And I love the host. I like that. I like that. I like it too. It's a wonderful new idea, isn't it? I can't believe you thought of it. I like that. The person speaking is Andy Cohen, Bravo host who would know a little something about being accused of questionable sexual behavior by an ex-lover. Now, sure, the accusation was made by insane person Kathy Griffin, so you might just dismiss it because of that. Or maybe it can be dismissed because it came from a man, a male lover. I'm not sure who wins in the intersectional Olympics here, but somebody probably, we all lose in that game. But what Alyssa Milano is asking for, a standard in which women are not reflexively believed, but instead are taken seriously when making accusations, is the standard conservatives are asking for. That's our thing. That's the one we've wanted the whole time. Plenty of men are horrible, yes, but so are plenty of women, and I assume the other 59 genders as well. We all suck, and you can't trust someone because of their genitals. The accusation against Biden seems to have plenty of issues. Supposedly happened in a corner of an open public room. Her stories were only corroborated by her brother and friend, no other material witnesses. The story itself had several notable inconsistencies. She praised Biden years after the alleged attack, and she had a bizarre habit of profuse praise for Vladimir Putin, which doesn't really have anything to do with the story. I just find it interesting. None of this means the attack didn't happen, but there are tons of legitimate questions about what is actually going on here. The problem with this new fancy Alyssa Milano standard is that she only seems to want it applied to people she's aligned with politically. So now we have two different standards to choose from. Which one is right? We can embrace the torching of Biden and act as if we know anything about her accusations. We can ignore all the apparent problems with her claims. We can adopt the Brett Kavanaugh standard and use every tactic possible to trash Biden for political gain. Maybe we can ruin his life in the process. Or we can adopt the standard given to Biden today, which is to treat the accusations seriously, but not launch a media trial. While it might not feel good, the Biden standard is the better one when it comes to the concept of innocent until proven guilty. If you want to do a deep journalistic dive into these claims with a serious but skeptical eye, that's one thing, I guess. But, it's the only thing we have right now to do anyway, because we don't have the ability to do an official investigation anymore. Well, it would be great if we could put real abusers behind bars for incidents that happened long ago. That shouldn't be the only goal, and it really shouldn't be the final goal of Me Too either. The goal needs to be a situation that allows women to feel comfortable coming forward to authorities immediately afterwards. This allows us to get evidence, to investigate, to protect due process, yes, and to protect other women from becoming victimized themselves. Or we could just go with the Alyssa Milano model and decide guilt and innocence based entirely on party registration.